Hello, everyone, and welcome to another webisode of the Funded Fast Chats. I am Rochelle Butler of the San Joaquin Valley Clean Energy Organization. We appreciate you joining us yet again, where we take complex funding and financing concepts and distill them down into bite-sized and actionable bits to help you get your projects done. For the month of May, we are covering all things residential across all of our channels. We have touched on residential energy efficiency measures and programs. And when you get a chance, head over to our website and check out our Technology Tuesdays blog EE article, where I break down my very own personal experience purchasing a heat pump package HVAC unit for my home. To round out this month's activities, this webisode of the Funded Fast Chats, we will talk about federal tax credits that are available for homeowners. If you or anyone you know has ever owned a home, you know that repairs represent a hidden expense not included in your fixed property costs. By fixed property costs, I mean things like your mortgage, insurance, property taxes, and other upkeep items. Repairs can sometimes be significant and not always something you can plan for. I would like to focus this discussion on the federal tax credits that are available to homeowners. These tax credits can help with the cost of certain projects aimed at lowering your overall monthly expenses. I will also spend a few short moments at the end of our time together to tell you a bit about some other financing options, such as residential PACE financing and GoGreen financing. What are the federal tax credits I'm referring to, and what are they for? Let's get into it. I can almost answer both questions at one time. I'm talking about the Residential Clean Energy Credit. The name explains a lot, but more specifically, this credit is equal to 30% of the cost of new qualified clean energy equipment for your home. Qualifying equipment would need to have been installed between the years 2022 through 2032. The credit phases down beginning in 2033 and is also non-refundable. What does the IRS mean when they say non-refundable? It means that you cannot receive more of a credit than the amount of tax you owe for that year. So what are we talking about here? The credit, which has been divided into two sections consisting of one, the Energy Efficiency Home Improvements Credit, and two, the Residential Clean Energy Credit. The Energy Efficiency Home Improvements Credit has a limitation on what you can claim over a lifetime, which is an update to the previous rule, which had an annual limit. This is a 30% credit up to a maximum of $1,200. The credit is applicable to the following: insulation or air sealing materials or systems, exterior doors, windows and skylights, central air conditioners, natural gas, propane, or oil water heaters, improvements or replacement of panel boards, sub-panel boards, branch circuits or feeders, and home energy audits. If your project consists of a heat pump water heater, biomass stove, or biomass boiler, it falls under a separate annual credit limit of $2,000, and there is no lifetime limitation on that. The Residential Clean Energy Credit is for clean energy projects such as solar, wind, and geothermal generation, and is also a 30% tax credit. Beginning in 2023, battery storage was also included. If you have installed solar panels in recent years, you may be familiar with this credit. These credits do not have any annual maximums or lifetime limits. Some things to keep in mind if you are considering this tax credit and for tax planning purposes. If the property is used solely for business purposes, you are ineligible for this tax credit. Those who use their home partially for business purposes, the maximum credit allowable is 20% instead of that 30%. This credit is also unavailable for landlords or property owners that do not live in the home. However, the credit may be available for secondary homes, which are not used as rental properties. The home can be new construction or it can be an existing property. To claim this credit, you must file a Form 5695 Residential Energy Credits form with your tax return or consult with your tax professional about doing so. Remember, the credit must be claimed for the year the property or equipment is installed, not purchased. Now, I promised to talk a bit about some other opportunities that are available for homeowners. First off, I would like to touch briefly on a topic we began discussing just recently. Last month, we had a wonderful guest from the state's Office of the Treasury to talk about GoGreen Financing. Although that specific discussion was focused on multifamily opportunities, GoGreen Financing has great opportunities for homeowners of single family homes as well. In fact, beginning in June, Go Green is offering a limited time opportunity which will effectively buy down interest rates on heat pump HVAC projects. This means those loans will be available at 0% interest. If you are at all interested, you need to jump on this opportunity yesterday. I will include some links to this information below. Last but absolutely not least, I want to make sure you all haven't forgotten about the residential PACE program. PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy, and it's designed to help alleviate the barriers to access to funding needed to help homeowners get projects done. PACE offers full financing for energy efficiency projects for those that are unable to meet some of the credit requirements for other types of loans or traditional types of financing. The loan program uses your home as collateral to do this, and payments are made through your property tax bill. If you haven't looked into PACE in a while, take another look. I also have some links for you to learn more about those details below. Thank you again for being here with us. I would like to caveat this conversation by saying we give you information based on what is available at the time of recording. However, the availability of federal tax credits is subject to change at any time. Additionally, I am not a licensed tax professional. I am not in any way giving tax advice. This video should be considered an educational tool to make you aware of resources that are available. If you have any follow-up questions at all, we would love to hear from you. You can connect with us on any one of many platforms. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts, or you can reach out to us the old fashioned way through our website at sjvceo.com. Until next time.